a meeting with Mr. Sandlin, the superintendent, and his team, and we were looking for creative ways to figure out how we could address this very expensive project. But I will tell you the one comment that Mr. Sandlin said at the meeting that struck me more than anything. When he received the briefing from the company doing it, he said he was concerned and worried that this would fail. And we know that it's about to get colder, right? I know the first frost is in the forecast in the coming week. So what we have done is we ask you to repurpose the amount of funding that was granted in Measure 2023-062 as a part of the budget from FY23 free cash in the amount of $600,000 for the Falls Elementary School. We would like to take that funding and do the design and engineering work required for this for both Falls and Martin School, and then the remainder to be used for the replacement of the Martin School boiler.
We're probably at the end of the useful life of these boilers at Falls, now Martin, probably also Community and AMVET and middle school. So we need a plan to address all these, not just as, I mean, we're at the useful life of them. Where's the engineers' reports that we did when it was entering the useful life?
So as far as the engineering reports you had mentioned, there's multiple engineering reports, but they take it to a point where they don't identify where the asbestos is. They don't identify, there's a lot of unknowns. And in today's world, especially the state of Massachusetts, the energy efficiency of something, the boiler, they don't want you to put an oil-fired boiler back. They want to put a gas-fired boiler.
To me, my concern is we're going to take this money, we're going to put it to Martin, and then Falls is going to fail, and we'll look like we were robbing Peter to pay Paul when we tried to solve the Falls problem a year ago, and you could be in front of us asking for additional money to also solve the Martin.
I looked at the Falls, replacing the Falls boiler, and they were going to bring in four boilers to replace that one boiler. In the price was around $500,000 to put 4 boilers in there. Did not include the oil tank removal, did not include the gas connection, did not include the asbestos removal. There was a whole litany of things that it did not include, and I thought at that time it wasn't a proper program for us to go by. Plus, like I stated before, that it was just putting the boilers in, and they would have just run like the old boiler. So back to your question, I hope I answered it. It was we're readdressing this with an engineering approval, and we're looking at high efficiency boilers. We're also looking at getting that heat proper classrooms instead of overheating the classrooms, and to get them out there.
Right now, we have 1 boiler down, and we have our second boiler operable. We have a contingency plan in place for the company to come in and provide temporary heat if that second boiler goes down. But as of today, it's not an emergency. It will be an emergency if it goes down in the middle of February. But you see what I'm saying? I mean, so 2 weeks ago, I could never say to you that it was an emergency and we had to rush a vote and put something before you that hadn't been well thought out. I just want to say that. That's not to say that at some point in time a boiler can't fail.